Hey y'all, welcome to Hump Day RC with GBLynden. I am GBLynden of GBLynden's RC. Let's center my ass there. We got something big is going down tomorrow in the RC community. Do we know what it is? I don't. Some may. And if I don't think it's going to happen, but if for some reason we're lucky enough to get Jason Merkel in the chat to give us any hints or details of any kind, let's be polite and a well-mannered bunch like I know you are. So I want to put that out there from the top. We got a lot of people in here right out of the gate. Thank you, everybody. Let's go back to the top. Mike SSI was the first one in here. Mike Bird. Craig Beaven, what's up, dude? David Snyder, special shout out to him. I got banned from the Facebook for something really stupid. And it went from 7 days and somehow jumped to 30 days. So he shared my link around on a couple different Facebook groups and is dropping links to GBLynden.com. So thank you, David Spencer. I really appreciate that, brother. Jeff in Lower Alabama, what's going on? JCB67, Wild Bill Flynn in the chat. Brandon Clem, what is going on? Welcome, welcome. EQRC. Shadow Ops, and thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where here in the chat where Spencer Keith says, breaking news, GB said the show will not suck tonight. I make no promises. And especially if he's in there, it kind of takes it down a couple notches. Joking, of course. I love Spencer Keith, and we bust each other's balls quite proficiently. Snow Valley Park, what's up? I hope you're not getting flooded down there, dude. It has been really crazy last few days on so many levels, but the water output and the ground's ability not to absorb it is made for some interesting times. Let's see here. The other Wild Bill, what's up, dude? Primodius. I just call you Primo in the chat. Good to see you in my show tonight. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. We got Mr. Deuce's Wild RC saying, what's up, foamy homies? What is going on, Deuce's Wild, a.k.a. Mike? Mike Bird again showing up here. He says, hi, everyone. I hope you are all okay. I'm okay. My energy level is back pretty close. I'm still probably 85-90%, but this week I have ran my ass off. With the primary thing I've been focused on this week, and I have literally been running for the last 48 hours, so it's been insane. So I'm tired, sore, but we're gonna keep rocking until I hit a wall, and then we're gonna be so. Flyboy Ryan says he's taking time from SATS to listen in for some RC. Welcome. I hope we deliver some RC for you, my friend. Damari Dandy, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. I haven't seen you. I think I streamed last time and I didn't see you in the chat, so unless you popped in at the end. So good to see you. Wreckham Roy's RC's here. Bam! I'm not sure how many bams I'm going to do tonight. My neck and everything's super sore, but yeah, Shadow Ops, that is a sexy Bigfoot behind me. The weather has been absolute crap, so I have not had a chance to maiden it yet, and I feel bad because it's on sale right now. It's got a promo code and all that stuff, so I hope to fly it and then give you guys my honest assessment, as I always do, no matter what it is. Dave in Kentucky, what's up, man? Bam! George Watts, bam! Michael Bear, bam! Michael Bear says, super flying weather here tomorrow. We will be flying all day, too. Nice. I'm jealous, but I'm happy for you at the same time. Because it's been garbage. And I think there was like only a couple minor windows of time. And I was still recovering from lack of energy due to the COVID. So, Flyboy Ryan is saying, anyone fly 3D? I certainly think there's some folks in the chat that fly some 3D. I am not a 3D guy. If I want to fly by a prop, I fly a helicopter. But those that do it and enjoy it, there's so many layers to enjoy in this hobby, and I still think that's awesome. And if you guys hear anything in the background, I possibly have something delivered. Haha, Tim Jostens sent me a text. I need to check something real quick, so I may need to go to the door. So I've got something pretty valuable. It should be delivered shortly. No. Yeah, it said it was going to be delivered between 12:30 and 3 o'clock, but that's really not how it's played out, but that's okay. As long as it's delivered before 9 o'clock tonight, I'll be happy. So Shadow Ops says, GB, it's going to be garbage weather here for the next week. I'm hoping that there's a window where I can maiden some stuff. There may be some Black Ops stuff that I might get a chance to maiden. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But there is new content coming to the channel, and I'm going to spend this weekend editing my backside off. Let me put it that way. Michael Bear says no 3D for him. Mike SSI says I crashed 3D. Guys, check out Mike SSI's YouTube channel. He has some really entertaining stuff. He flies the crap out of jets, and good stuff. Brian Chambers says GB and pilots. Bam, Chambers. Good to see you, brother. Mike Bird says weather has been poo in Great Britain. Thank God for Surface RC. Nice. G-Bro in-house. Bam. Everyone saying hi to each other in the chat, which is good. That's one of my favorite things about these my weekly stream and all the ones throughout the week is that we all get to kind of huddle together and have a little fun for an hour or so each night of the week when all of us are firing on all cylinders anyway. So that's awesome. Deuces Wild says, I've been praying for you guys in Washington get some relief from all that rain and flooding. Yeah, it's been wild. And guys, if you want just a sample, and these weren't even bad days. This was on Sunday, and it's rained a ton since then. But if you go to my GBLynden's Random Reviews channel, I uploaded 2 videos of some water. One is the city park, where the creek that I grew up. I grew up on the upper end of it, but the same creek that I grew up on, it's crazy through the city park. So, yeah, Mike Bird says it's nice to catch up with everyone. Bam! Yeah, buddy. So, apparently there's going to be a big release tomorrow of some sort. Does anyone have any ideas? I know that Jason Merkel and Pilot Ryan's stream this last Saturday dropped some pretty big hints. I have my guesses, suspicions. I don't know. I have no insider knowledge. So I can just toss stuff out there and all good. Flyboy Ryan says also, does anyone come down here to Georgia for SEF, Southeast Electric Flight Festival? I'm sure there are. We've got people in the community that live in Georgia. A couple of them at least. Heck, James from Motion RC is living in Georgia. RC Air Marshal live in Georgia. Yeah, Michael Bear. So JCB67 says a twin F-15. That would be cool. I wouldn't be against that. That's for certain. Michael Bear says, I think we are all guessing F-14 question mark. I am thinking that's where I'm leaning, but I don't know. I don't have any inside information one way or the other, but that is definitely what I am thinking. Wild Bill says A10. That could be cool, depending on what it is. So David Snyder says E-flite F-14. That could be cool. Yeah, Brandon Clem, sounds like it's time to get your RC boat. That would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet to do that. However, it's not stopped raining, so other than brief periods, like there was a window of time for like an hour and a half today. It was actually beautiful. But it started raining again, and it's still raining right now, unfortunately. So Wild Bill says, is that the one that caught fire, GB? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Wild Bill, on what caught fire. I haven't had anything, knock on wood, catch on fire RC related. But, and I hope I keep that streak continuing. Hey, Michael Reitza. Bam! Spencer Key says, why I'm laughing, David, it's been seen and flown by a lot of people in here. Damn, dude. I wish I was that. Mike SSI, that's awesome. So Mike SSI said, no, it is a 2-meter Carbon Z turbo timber. It's always a timber. Michael writes us, says, E-flite will have 2 announcements tomorrow. One will be a plane. I'm curious. I absolutely want to know what's going on with that for sure. Spencer Keith, seen, flown. Have you seen it, Spencer? Or are there other people lurking that haven't said much? Hey, Frankie RC Planes. He says, hello, RC brothers. Hello back to you, RC brother. Jeff's Custom RC in the house. Saying hey to Deuces. Welcome to the show, Jeff. Good to see you in here, my friend. Red Wine is Fine says, if they release something, it'll be based on the Bay or the Habu formula. That might be there. Airvexed RC says, good to see you, Micah, by the way. Bam! The other might be a Real Flight update release. That could be cool. It's been a while since they've done anything with Real Flight, and I love my Real Flight 9.5. Right there, people. And I have my temperature laser gun sitting on top of that. Now that it's not, yeah, I'll just set that there. Doesn't need to be orderly. So Mike Bird says JM was talking about a twin 50mm? Is that what it was? Wow. Yeah, JCB67 says he did say it's a twin and a MiG killer. So those are some pretty strong clues. And I'm thinking F-14, but again, I don't know. I have no idea the size, what battery it takes. I would assume maybe a 6S, but who knows? Who knows? We're always shocked. So Spencer Keith is saying, David, post a link to that video. David, definitely feel free to post any links you want, man, including to a video. Deuces Wild RC says a twin 50mm ME262. That would be awesome. I would buy that too. Basically, my plan is, unless what is being released seems like a big old just not a good fit for me, I'm going to be buying that. I'm going to click that button right away. And if it's an F-14 of any kind, I'm actually not against being somewhat of a beta tester on that. Especially if it has like a swept wing or something. Dang, that would be cool. EQRC says, well, I guess a swept wing is not an option. It might be. Hey, they could have been working on this thing for a long time, and they have pulled off some pretty cool stuff in the past, so that would be awesome. Shadow Ops RC says, UMX F-15 version 2 ? That would be cool, dude. That would be cool. Well, Wrights says EQ it will be. Wow. That would be amazing. Brandon Clem says, what's the best RC plane to start if you're going to fly RC planes? Now, Jeff's Custom RC, yes. If budget doesn't matter, Apprentice, 100%. That's just a very proven platform. But if you're really on a budget, you've got quite a few options. It's just going to be a little bit harder to learn because they're going to be a little smaller, a little less wind resistant, a little twitchier. But I learned to fly on a Hobbyzone Champ. Super slow, and if it was very windy, sometimes the wind would be blowing faster than my plane could fly. So Shadow Ops says only 2 MiG killers, either a Tomcat or an Eagle. An F4 does not count. Southern Boy, Northern Livin', welcome, my friend. Apprentice for sure. Yeah, if you can swing it, your budget's not impacted by that. And a lot of the Apprentice kits will come with like some sim software and things like that. However, the Arrows Pioneer, that's what it is. That thing is on sale between now and December 7th. Same thing with this, actually. There's a promo code there. Go to GBLynden.com, click on Arrows or Hobbyzone, that icon, and yeah, GBLynden.com, and you'll see when you get to the home page that actually, let me find that code. Tell you guys, not just make you find it. I'm not going to make you work. I'm going to make it easy. And the coupon code is Fly Now. You get $30 off this Ready to Fly Bigfoot if you use that, and it ends December 7th. And the Arrows Pioneer, it's Ready to Fly. The same coupon code, Fly Now, for $15 off that one between now and December 7th. So I think that one's actually a really good if cost is an issue or a strong consideration, because it's $160, Ready to Fly, really nice kit, and then you get $15 off that if you use that coupon code. And in some states, there's no sales tax. So that can be a net gain of, yeah, $25, depending on where you live and whatever your sales tax is. So I think that's pretty darn cool. That's what I'm thinking. All right, let me get back to the chat window. You know what? I need to pop that thing out. Make it nice and easy. All right, so yeah, so Jeff in Lower Alabama says the Aero Scout can fly in any winds. That's actually a really good one and pretty budget friendly. That is cool. Michael Bear also likes the Aero Scout for beginners. Yeah, and there are lots of great options. When I started, it was pretty much just the Hobbyzone Champ or the Apprentice, and that was it. So I had some learning curve doing it on the smaller plane, but a lot of them now have gyros and some other things that make the smaller ones fly bigger. Like that Arrows Pioneer's got a nice gyro setup in it, and it will not break the bank in comparison to other ones. Yeah, and Brandon, let us know if you have other questions. There's a lot of knowledge in the chat, and we all come at this from different angles. So if you get the feedback and ask questions, we love to help people have success in this hobby. That's what a lot of us guys that do the YouTube channels. It's not for profit. It's really just to have fun, socialize with the bros, and help advance the hobby. Because the more people that do it, the healthier it is for the hobby, the more options the companies will come out with. It's win-win all the way around. David Snyder says, look at the video I just dropped. Hey, TNRC Pilot, what's up, man? He says, wonder if Hobbyzone will have the 64mm F86. There's a 64mm F86? Wow. If they do get that, depending on the dimensions, if I can make that fit in my car, I will probably get one of those. That sounds cool. Depending on how much my bank gets broken tomorrow, anyway. But I have never, to date, I have not had an Arrows RC plane that I have not been really impressed with. The decal application is amazing. All those details that some manufacturers fall short on, Arrows has been rock solid, so that is pretty dang cool. Noon's Airborne RC, what is up? Welcome to the chat. Bam! Noon says, yeah, the 64, oh man, the 64mm F86 is released in Asia only at the moment. My goodness. Jeff's Custom RC says, I would love to see large civilian jets like a big Citation or Gulfstream. That would be awesome. And guys, I really do. I think for a UMX, $200 is too much. But if cost is not an issue for you, you will enjoy this plane. That's no lie. And Horizon Hobbies never sent me anything. I genuinely like their products, which is why I buy and review so many of them. So, hey, Mr. Turbo Parker. What's up, Joel? Bam! Good to see you in here, man. Flyboy Ryan says, the Freewing F86 is awesome. I love it so much, I would recommend it to anybody. I've heard very good things about it. Other than the flight time is a little short. TNRC Pilot says, just a little smaller than the Marlin. Same motor. Okay. But 12 blade instead of 11. Man, that could be cool. That could be cool. Yeah, Jeff, the thing that I like the most about the Citation is the lights. Like the UMX Turbo Timber, the lights package is amazing. And the light package on that Citation is amazing. Especially when you get to this time of year. Like if it wasn't flooding everywhere around here, I would be out flying after work or in the mornings before work, just when it's slightly dark but not. Like John and I, we used to sometimes shoot video before work in the morning, even if it was cold. It didn't really matter. Yeah, totally. Nice. Joel says he figured he'd stop by and see what's happening. Well, I'm glad you did, man. Yeah, Jeff, Mr. Turbo Parker, a.k.a. Joel, he's on RC groups quite a bit, and we've bantered about for many, many years. And most of it's fun. Haha. So Wreckham Roy says, I think Bel Air's flooded out. It wouldn't surprise me. That Red River is everything is flooding right now. Like, luckily, where we live, Christy and John, where he's at, and where I live, luckily it's high enough elevation, there are no issues. Oh yeah, Joel, Jeff in Lower Alabama is See Me Do. He's been on RC groups for years. I know you've talked with him there. Very cool. Wow, so TNRC Pilot says, I broke down and ordered the X-Fly Twin Nova yesterday. I'm not even familiar with that. I haven't been doing a good job since I got the COVID of keeping up with all the latest releases that aren't like the primary brands or Arrow stuff. Although apparently I'm not completely keeping up on all the Arrow stuff. Dave in Kentucky says, you don't have to clean the slime off your electric plane when you're done flying like with the nitro. Yeah, I'm all electric, man. That's my jam. Deuces Wild says, I took advantage of the Horizon Hobby pre-Black Friday sale, and he got his UMX Turbo Timber for $110. I almost bought a backup at that price. I'm just running out of space, and I've got to make more space coming up here in the April time frame. So, yeah. But I'm still going to buy. Still going to buy whatever's coming out tomorrow. I'm pumped. So my philosophy is, if these companies take risks on new designs, unless it's just a steaming pile of crap, it's good for us to support them. That way they take more risks in the future, and the bean counters can't be like, well, that one Last time we took risk and went away from all the safe stuff. All we do is regurge. Yeah, so if we support them, they'll continue to blaze new trails, which is awesome. Mike Bird said that I've got to get a new Euromax turbo timber myself. His gosh darn dog destroyed his. That's not good. Yeah, dogs and RC planes don't mix. I think they trigger like bird stuff in their brain because dogs freak out. Noons, it appears that Horizon Hobby is coming out with something sweet, like cutting edge. Cutting edge. TNRC Pilot says, hey Shadow, I like the nose gear on the Twin Nova. I actually ordered additional nose gear to upgrade the Marlin. Huh. I'll have to take a look at that. Brandon Clem, I feel your pain, my friend. He says, Brandon says, a long time ago I bought a P-51 and tried to fly it, but didn't have any luck, so that's why I'm asking. Absolutely. That's why you start with a trainer plane. Really, of any kind, you're going to have more success than you would be with a warbird, because a higher, and it's got to be high wing, basically like this plane. If you got a higher wing, the way that it balances, especially if it has a little dihedral, which will automatically kind of self-correct it, high wing plane with some dihedral is a great starting point. And yeah, I went from Hobbyzone Champ, tried to fly an EDF jet, did not go well. In fact, one of the things that I learned how to do with my Horizon Hobby, or Hobbyzone Champ rather, when I get in trouble, I would cut throttle and kind of just let it float down and then sort of flare, even though I didn't fully understand how to flare when I came in for a landing. Yeah, so anyhow, I took off in this jet and saw this line of houses coming real fast. Cut throttle on the EDF jet, which you do not do. And similar to a warbird, you got to fly them. Otherwise, they will stall and it will crash and it will make your gut sick. All right, have a good night, EQ. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Shadow has some good advice here. He says, Brandon, learn electric first. Once you get it down, then try nitro. Yeah, electric is so clean, too, reliable. For me, the fuel stuff just doesn't resonate with me. All the peripherals you need to make all that stuff work, just not my jam. Mike Bird says, the Horizon Hobby E-flite Sports Club S is a great trainer plane. And I have that. I'll show that. So this is the one that was being talked about. And this one comes ready to fly. I have not yet unboxed this, but it's on my list of things to do. Now, the only downside of this one is it's versus, say, the Hobbyzone Pioneer, is that it's only 1S power instead of 2. And as you learn how to fly and you grow in the hobby, the more power means more speed, and the more likely you're going to fly it over more extended period of time. So I hope that was helpful, and continue to ask questions, man. We want to help people. That's what we do. Shadow Ops RC says the FMS Kingfisher I learned on. Have a good night, Shadow. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for that super chat, dude. I appreciate that support. Michael Bear says, I have the Sport Cub, and it ain't that great. Good. That's good feedback. Flyboy Ryan says, The Apprentice is simple over prices. It is expensive. But a lot of clubs, they buy those, and then they're such a good platform that's how they teach people to fly. So if you can get a bigger one, bigger plane, that's a trainer, you're, aside from landing, because they're heavier, more mass, so you can do more damage if you land like crap. The actual flight, you build that muscle memory really well because they're overall easier to fly. Turbo Parker, Mr. Joel says, regarding ice, modern gassers don't have the mess of glow engines, and if they have a real Walbro carb, they don't need retuning once the carb is adjusted correctly for your altitude. Cool. Yeah, at our local flying field, all the guys with gassers, nitro or regular gassers, they're out there dicking around with those things for hours. It's crazy. They must have they must not have a real Walbro, or sorry, I'm butchering that. Have that real carb that you mentioned there. Must be other stuff going on. Flyboy Ryan says, I feel the timber is the best trainer. It could be, depending on who the person is. Some people have more natural ability than others, so some need more pure trainers, and some can get by on something like that, on the timber. Mike Bird says the Aero Scout is a great value with safe AS3X, and it comes ready to fly. Haha, get this. I also have the mini Aero Scout. I haven't unboxed this one yet either. I've got lots of projects that I need to get to. Life is busy though, which is part of the reason why I stopped streaming for a little bit, so I could kind of catch up on those other things and dedicate myself more when we couldn't get out and fly like we could this last summer. Reckham Roy says there's a lot of planes in that room. Yeah, and this is just a fraction of that. Roy's been in here, and I've got a lot of planes everywhere. You know what, Flyboy Ryan, you're actually right about getting bored with the ugly planes, but sometimes you still need to do that to get over it, to get over that learning hump, because it is a learning curve. Even with some of the best trainers, for some people it's really hard to get over that hump. But the aesthetics, the look, really does matter, because I didn't want to buy the Hobbyzone Champ when I was at the hobby shop. I said, man, that thing's ugly. I want to fly a P-51 or a Corsair. But nope. He said he was adamant, and I'm glad he did, because I might not be where I'm at in the hobby right now without him being adamant, saying, look, you need a trainer. I know it's ugly, but you'll have fun flying it once you learn how to fly. And he was right. He was completely right. And you just have to suck it up. And I did, and I'm glad. I am. Yeah, Deuces Wild says, ugly planes need love too. Yes. Michael Bear says, always learn on an ugly plane. And that's not a bad statement, too. Michael writes, oh my God. I will repeat that one because that one's too funny not to repeat. Writes, it says, always learn on an ugly woman. Not bad advice. I heard a slightly different spin on it, but I'm not going to say that. Um, yeah. Mike Bird says, my favorite plane to fly is my UMX Ultrix, long flight times, and a great performer. And you can add lights to it, which is phenomenal. That Ultrix is awesome. Ricky the Captain Photon. What is up? He says, GB baby. Bam! Good to see you, man. Mike Bird, you've got that right, dude. That's a fact. Deuces Wild says the Ultrix is stupid fun. Yes, it is. Truly is stupid fun. Wreck 'em Roy's RC says, I flew the Sport Cub for 2 years while that Mustang hung in the hangar, and I waited till I knew what I was doing, which is important. Going back to write this comment. Similar principle, guys. Because if you crash an ugly plane, it doesn't hurt as much. Still hurts, still stings the ego. But if you've got a beautiful plane and you muck it up, man, that hurts. It absolutely hurts. But flying anything is fun, especially when you know how to do it. Sometimes even putting around with like my Mini Vapor, not Mini Vapor, well, Mini Vapor too, but like the Night Vapor, just putting around the things pretty slow, but it's got nice lights. You can high alpha it. By the way, check out my latest upload. I was doing some high alpha stuff in John's shop, which is pretty nice, and lots of stuff. Michael Bear says, a guy showed up at our field with a new Viper 90 to learn on. He said it had safe, so no problem. We flew it a few times and convinced him to sell it. Yeah, dude. I'm glad you did that, Michael Bear, because see, that's how it was with the EDF that I crashed. It says like a trainer, like the banana hobby crap. That was back when what's his nuts was on there, the little Asian dude with the sunglasses. Pete. He could fly really well. He made anything look like it flew well, and people are sitting there thinking that they can fly an EDF jet as their first plane, and no, that's not a good way to go. Ricky said, Captain Photon says, your RC collection, GB, looks like my fragrance. I'm tired. It's been a long week so far. So, and that's kind of a tongue twister. So he says, your RC collection, GB, looks like my fragrance collections. I ask myself daily when I do. So, like, which one you want to choose, depending on how much you left in the toilet? Is that how that works? Michael writes, it says, rule of thumb is to get the most radio and most trainer you can afford, and you'll be happier. And that's a fact. So if you think that you're going to be in the hobby and want to invest in it, you really should get the best radio. Like Wright just said, that's really good advice. For me, I wish that I would have got the real flight simulator early on. But I was cheap, and I thought, well, for the cost of that, I can just get another airplane, and I'll be fine. And it ended up working out for me in the long run. But I really it's fun, the sim. When it's raining like crazy, if I flew the E-flite twin 64mm A10 the other day, and also the E-flite F16 on the sim. Awesome. Fun stuff. And my thumbs were getting rust on them, so I needed to bust that out. Mike Bird says most people do the same with helicopter, buy one, crash it, and never fly again. Yeah, it's very common. Ricky says, I overbought. Brian Chambers says, Photon, it's okay. We know you're still learning. Ricky is always learning. He's got the spirit of a child. Same with the sense of humor, which is why he's my friend, because I have the sense of humor of a child as well. Yeah, Wild Bill, if I had not got COVID, I would have already unboxed both of those new Arrows jets. I've got both of them in boxes, and I haven't even peeked in them yet. I've got the Bayhawk, and I've got the T-33, yeah. And I really want to fly those because I love that Arrows Viper in the same class. Only the Viper doesn't have a gyro, and it really doesn't need it. It flies that well. So I can only imagine how much better these other ones fly with the gyro built in, tuned specifically for those planes, which is awesome. Oh, Joel saying says for some reason I can't post my responses now. You should be good to go, man. And I didn't see anyone time you out or anything. Continue to try, my friend. Continue to try. I know that there's a character limit with what you can do in each comment, so maybe that's part of it. All right, Deuces Wild. Sleep well, my friend. Wild Bill says, which is better, guys, the Bayhawk or the T-33 from Arrows? Which you can get through GBLynden.com by clicking on the Hobbyzone or Arrows link. Okay, yeah, David Snyder, you're probably right. Joel, if you can hear me, refresh your browser. That may be part of it too. Sometimes the chat on YouTube gets weird, but you should be able to be fine. So Snow Valley Park says, I pulled the trigger on the T-33 yesterday. Nice. Very cool. Okay, good. Joel said it was the character limit. Okay, awesome. Because I want everyone to have dialogue and be good to go. Mike Bird says the Bayhawk is easier to see. Yeah, I love the color, and I love the red arrows. I love my Freewing 70mm Bayhawk, which is awesome. I could put any battery through that and it flies great. It's pretty darn cool. Wild Bill says, I like the T-33 with the long wings. I like my Freewing T-33, that 80mm beast. It's pretty darn awesome. I cannot wait. Nice. That's actually a good point, Joel. It says, regarding gas power, you don't have to fiddle with tuning your gas-powered chainsaw, weed eater, leaf blower, lawnmower, or snowblower every time you use it. Same goes for decent RC gas engines, and that may be the key. But again, I'm out of my scope of knowledge there, but that logic makes perfect sense to me. Flyboy Ryan says, I made in a lot of people's planes at my club. I flew the T-33, and it was nice and stable, sounded good too. I also have the 70mm Bayhawk, and it flies good as well. So I'm guessing they both fly great. And yeah, and they're the beauty of the Viper, which is the same fan, same setup, is it sounds so scale for what it is. Like, I love the Citation in my UMX A10, but it sounds like angry animals, angry bugs, angry something. But that Arrows Viper has just such a nice smooth whoosh. It's great. Brian Chambers says, I love Aero's pricing. It's nice to be able to purchase affordable and decent quality airplanes. 100%, dude. That's why I love working with them like I do. Like, they're phenomenal. And they're good people. And they say, be honest. And I am. And it's great. And I'm going to be honest no matter how the maiden goes with the Bigfoot. And they're cool with that. They're great people. I love it. And the best part is the Aero's products are awesome. So, yeah, Michael Bear, the Little Viper, does sound good. And guys, Tim Jostens, he, like the night that Wild Bill Flynn smashed the big old glider into the backstop, Tim flew his Viper on 4S. And let me tell you, that thing rips on 4S. And I'm guessing that the T-33 and the Bayhawk will rip on 4S as well. Like, it's a significant difference in speed and performance, and the servos hold up well, at least in that experience. Michael Bear says Aeros has it going on for sure, absolutely. And in the United States, Hobbyzone.com via GBLynden.com is the way to go. Mike Bird says silver messes with my vision in the sky. Michael writes always with the quick funnies. Says Mike, lay off the scotch and you'll see silver better. Ha ha ha, yeah. Yeah, Reckenroy agrees with Brian Chambers. Mike Bird says the gyro and the Aero's planes work great also. Bam, I can't wait to try it. I'm a little nervous because gyros, unless it's like a Horizon Hobby bind and fly, always makes me a touch nervous. But I know the Aeros makes great stuff, and the Pioneer works great with their beginner or advanced settings. So, and thank you, David Snyder, for dropping those links. I really appreciate that, man. Wild Bill says the Bigfoot is awesome. I've heard great things about the Bigfoot. Like maybe one exception. Yeah, maybe one exception I can think of. But that was a unique circumstance. Trees were involved, unfortunately. Mr. Turbo Parker, Mr. Joel says, regarding trainers, I agree that getting the best transmitter you can afford is very important. Trainers only need 3 to 4 channels, but you'll likely want more down the road. It's cheaper to buy once than twice. 100%, dude. 100%. And that's why the new NX6 is nice, because you can get that 7th channel for like the safe. That's pretty cool. Although getting the NX8 is pretty nice too. I know that Tim Jostens loves his Spektrum NX8. TN RC Pilot, I have not flown it yet. No, I've had it for a bit. Unboxed. The weather's there's flooding, massive flooding all around me. The weather's been garbage. The days have been shorter, and I've been working like a savage. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Snow Valley Park says no pots to adjust. It's tuned for each plane. So do you just literally plug in the receiver and you're ready to rock? I haven't watched anyone's unboxings yet on that. Yeah, Mike Bird says exactly, Snow Valley. Cool. I'm excited. Regardless, I'm very excited to fly those planes. I love the look of the Bayhawk and T-33. Very nice. Very nice. We have a local air show where T-33s fly, and like almost every year or every other year, and I've been going to that air show for years. I can just go a couple miles that way and see it. I can see them fly. I don't even have to cross the border or go to the actual air show, which is pretty nice. Nice. TNRC Pilot says you're going to love it, and I can't wait, and I can't wait to get video and share it with all you guys. Have a good night, Brandon. Take care, brother. And hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or even in the comments of any of my videos if you have questions. I really do want to help if I can, dude. Jeff in Lower Alabama says, I like the soft HobbyKing Tundra tires on my Bigfoot, light and soft. Yeah, and that's the cool thing is you can always modify things. I love the HobbyKing Tundra tires. I only have the version 2 Tundra, and I love that plane too. It's very nice, and I love my Turbo Timber Evolution as well. The decal application is crap. As soon as I edit that unboxing, I need to edit my unboxing for that and the Vulcan. So those are coming at some point. I just need to find time. Yeah, absolutely, Flyboy Ryan. Flyboy Ryan says, hey, Mr. Lynden, can you give a shout out for my buddy, Model Aviator? He's an astonishing pilot and an even better man. Yeah, he's the guy who did those really nice videos with the Skynetic Bison, right? Is that correct? Let me know, because that's what's coming to mind. Oh yeah, Wild Bill, a T28 and UMX would be awesome. I've been asking for that and for the Corsair for years because I've got the 1S T28. Never did get the 1S Corsair because those 1S ones they just lacked performance, but the 2S stuff, man, that stuff rocks. Good, yeah, guys, check out Model Aviator. He's made some really nice videos on that Skynetic Bison. I'm sure you guys probably already watched those. I think those have done really well for him. So check him out, and if you like what he does, you know what to do. Jeff in Lower Alabama says, it's just the connector coming out of the vortex into my aux1. So Jeff, can you clarify that, my friend? It's just the connector coming out of the vortex into your aux1? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be simple. Arrows has good instructions and all their stuff anyhow. I literally have not opened the boxes because I was prepping to do it on the Sunday. I got sick started to feel off on Saturday night, and then I woke up and felt like I got run over by a truck because I worked out like a savage that night before while watching some UFC fights. So Reckenroy says, I had the 1S Corsair and it was a piece of crap. I believe it, dude. Yeah, it just seemed gutless to me. So TNRC says, hey GB, when you go to check out the X-Fly Twin Nova, check out Bel Air video channel. He has a great video of it flying off grass and at the beach. Nice. Yeah, Bel Air video, they do good stuff. Really nice chase video. And that scenery at the beach is not bad at all either. So Snow Valley Park says, Vortex or Vector? You know what? Let me take a look at the box and see, because I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, nice. So Mike Bird says, it's easy, GB. Just plug it into a channel on your receiver and set it to a 3-position switch. Nice. It's Vector. Yep. It does say Vector right there. And you guys want to take a little peek inside the box, let me know. If you do, I'll set that right here in the meantime. Guys, that thing looks awesome. Cannot wait. Cannot wait, guys. Red Wine is Fine says, what's your Vector, Victor? I haven't seen Victor RC Jets in the stream tonight. My guess is when we're done, he'll leave a comment saying that he was tired and wasn't able to tune in. He always tries to support the channel when he can. So cheers to Victor RC Jets. Well, Bill says sure. All right, who else wants to see that? If you guys want me to, I will definitely do it. The audience is the boss on this channel. I'm not going to take it all out because I need to do a formal review on that one. Arrow sent me that one to review it, and I'm kind of behind the curve because I got super sick. So let's see. And if you say yes, I'll go grab the scissors. So Snow Valley Park says, yeah, it's super basic, just ignore the single wire. Yeah, just like on the Viper, I'm pretty sure. Airvexed RC says, I like his videos. I almost purchased an RV7 after he flew it. Love the way he went through the different throw configurations for sport and 3D flying. It's also 3S and 4S batteries. I've had my eye on the RV7 too. So I'm kind of waiting. Jono! Bam! Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. JCB67 says, check the clearance, Clarence. No, Roy, not when I receive it like that. It's got to be a formal, polished thing. And not this late. I wouldn't start it this late. Because I have to be up early to buy whatever that new release is tomorrow. All right, we'll take a sneak peek. Red Wine is Fine says the RV7 is awesome. It looks like it. The light, just the light kit alone looks fantastic. Oh yeah. Damn it. See, Roy, this is why I don't do live unboxings. Even if I would have bought it, but I didn't. So I have an obligation. But it looks good, guys. Sorry, the glare. I'll hold it steady so it can focus on it. Looks very nice, guys. This color is popping. And I can see what you mean, Mike. Oh yeah, nice smooth foam. Nice decal application, from what I can see, anyway. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. And if it's anything like the Viper, it can probably take 4S and take it well. Jono says, tasty timber, Mike. Hey, there's Victor RC Jets. We were talking about you just a few minutes ago, man. Glad you made it. Yeah, Airvex, I agree. I was impressed by his Bison video as well. He did a really good job. Oh wow, you got the Bison too? You got it new in the box? Very cool. Alright guys, yeah. There it is. That will be coming soon. Yeah. Joel, the Arrows Viper, which has a similar plan form to this, it does well on just just little 3S 1550 packs, little tattoos. Does great, quick, sounds amazing, and this is similar guts, only it has a gyro system built in, which they call a vector. So it's gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome. Airvexed RC says, Mike Bird, if I don't like tomorrow's release, I'm gonna just have to get a heli and a twisted hobby GB for some 3D fun. Sweet, man. Airvex says, anybody notice the FMS price change today? Second this year. No, man. Did they go up? Do we have more prices going up? Hopefully not. Hopefully they go down. But given the climate in the world today, I'm guessing it probably went up. What about a GB like this? This is a different kind of UMX GB than we were talking about last week. All kinds of planes tonight. We're having some fun. You bet, Wild Bill. Glad you liked it, and I hope other folks found that helpful. And with any luck, I will be able to. I've still got energy this weekend. It's been getting crazy this week. Feels like a Friday and it's only a Wednesday. Jono says, nothing is getting cheaper for us chumps. Yeah, it's true. Mike Bird says everything is getting expensive. It really is. Really is. Flyboy Ryan says, every time you say GB, I think of the new GB1 Gamebird 3D plane. Haha. Yeah, Jono, I can't wait. Very cool. Very cool, Joel. I haven't even flown that one yet. Claudio, what's up, dude? Bam! Thank you for your support. Clicking on my links for Arrow's stuff, that Hobbyzone. I really appreciate it, man. I see the names, and I'm always appreciative of everyone that does that. Now, if your channel name doesn't match your personal name, I don't always know, but I genuinely appreciate that. It makes me excited anytime people support me that way. I really appreciate it. Mike Bird says, you will love the Hawk GB. I bet I will, man. I bet I will. I just hope I set it up nice and tuned right so the maiden goes off without a hitch, and John and I get awesome video, and yeah, that'll be awesome. Victor RC Jet says, I want a GB. Yeah, maybe we'll have to, at some point we'll have to do a work with the manufacturer so we can make a GBLynden style GB. That'd be sweet. Wild Bill says, what about the Freewing Panther? It's still 109, 64 millimeter. It is 64 millimeter, but it doesn't sound very good in comparison to the Viper and what this will be. And Wild Bill Flynn had one, and the CG, we just could not get that right. So I have a hard time recommending that Panther. I know some people have been able to do that. They added extra nose weight. They did modifications. But, man, Bill's ended up in the drink because it just wasn't flyable. It was super tail heavy. Thank you, Claudia. Bam! Yeah, I'm glad that's helpful to you at Wild Bill, too. Because, man, I try and help. And my other friend, Flying Brian, I do have a video of him flying that Panther, and it flies well for him, but he made some changes that we weren't able to do. And Brian, Flying Brian, he actually tried to help Bill. He hand launched it for him. So yeah. So Wild Bill says it flies nicely once it gets off the ground. Absolutely. Joel says, due to her short-coupled nature, the UMX GB is a bit squirrely on the rollout. Not a bad thing, just a part of the learning process of flying scale planes. Absolutely, dude. Oh, Wild Bill Flynn, you want me to wrench Wild Bill? I can do that. I can certainly do that. Let's see, where is he? There he is. There we go. Wild Bill, you are modded, my friend. I want to check on my shipment here real quick. And let's see if my package was delivered. It has not been delivered yet. Golly gee. That UPS driver is working late tonight. All right, we got both bills wrenched. Cool. All right, let me do a check on something here, guys. We still have 35 people rolling up in here. Thank you. Appreciate that, guys. Let's see. Starting to fade a little bit, guys. Do you guys want to talk about anything specific, or should we wrap it up here shortly? Because I do want to be in bed at a decent time. I'm not an early morning person. In fact, I need to set my alarm right now to make sure I am up early enough to figure stuff out. And then also I've got to have a work responsibility that's earlier than normal, which I hate because I like to sleep in because I'm a night owl. There we go. All right, I'm set with some alarms. Multiple alarms because I'm not good at waking up. Wow, Mike Bird says he got the X-Max last week. Such a big truck. Yeah, dude. Mike Bird, John VHRC has it. He brought it over one night. It was behind us during one of the shows. He came over, and that was flippin' awesome. Michael Bear says he got talked into playing golf today instead of flying. I basically gave up golf when I started flying RC because anytime it's nice to golf, it's nice to fly, and I'm gonna fly. Yes, that's right. Wild Bill Flynn, known as Bill Flynn in the chat here, he ended up with a tractor, and it's got a lot of power. And Bill promised me he'd try to not make it fly. Which, fingers crossed, hopefully he's able to do that. Mike Bird says it's 3 a.m. in Great Britain right now. My goodness, dude. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And, oh, guys, before I forget, I need to go down the member list here because I appreciate every single one of the channel members, and you all deserve shout outs for your continued support, especially when I haven't been streaming regularly and haven't uploaded quite like I would like to with the frequency due to the COVID and all that stuff. So let's do it. All right, so we got Mr. Guniak, Fiery Booty, Josh Weaver RC, George Watts, Pay It Forward, Joe Pellegrino, Mike SSI, Grandpa Gary, I Just Got Here, Mike Nolan, Ken Sprouse, Wild Bill Flynn, Tuggill RC, Dave in Kentucky, David Martin Graff, and Mike Bird. Thank you, guys. I salute you. I really do sincerely appreciate that support. You guys are awesome. All right, so let's go back to the chat. Fred Barron, what's going on, dude? Cheers. In fact, I'll reload. Since you got here, I will reload and we'll continue rolling on for a little bit longer. Mike Bird says he got banned from his local golf course for swearing. I believe it, Mike. That means you're an intense player. So Fred Barron, did you order one of these yet? We were just taking a sneak peek. Because I've had mine for a little bit, as well as the T33, but when I got sick with COVID, I have not been able to unbox anything yet. I have been working on a Black Ops project, though. But that's all I'll say about that. I'm excited about that. But that's all I've had energy for. Michael Bear says, it's okay to cuss and swear at our golf course. That's a good thing for me. Yeah, golf is a very humbling game. And, you know, like trying to advance your skills in RC can be very humbling. But also very rewarding when you hit a nice shot. I tend to drive the ball off the tee very well, but my short game and mid game just sucks. I'm more of a ball striker, if you will. Wild Bill Flynn says, golf is a 4-letter word. Yes. John O. Edwards says, beer cures golf problems. It can. My dad calls beer swing oil. So, although I play for myself personally, if I have alcohol, I don't golf as well. Wild Bill Flynn says, just watch out when you flynn it. That's what you do, Bill. I don't think I've flynned it before. Mike Bird said, it ruins a good walk. Yeah, there's really nice scenery. Holy crap, Fred Barron. Damn, dude. I appreciate you, dude. Holy crap. Yeah, John, I'm glad you like that. So Fred Barron says, congrats on the baby on the way. We'll be winding down super chats with the holidays and some medical bills. Absolutely, dude. Take care of number one first. You've been extremely generous to me over time. Like, extremely. So, thank you, man. I appreciate it. You're a damn good man, Fred Barron. And you do that for a lot of us, the community. And guys, I did just a quick test stream when I started, before I even started, to be honest. And then Fred dropped a super chat like that to me. And that inspired me to be like, okay, well, maybe I need to talk to the girlfriend and see what time works in our schedule during the week and do stream. And here we are, over 2 years later. And Fred Barron is that, and Dustin Holloman. Raven Rock, he sent me the quote stripper cam, which I was testing, and then Fred Barron popped on and did that. So Fred Barron, all of us that love the weekly streams, like each night of the week, the streams, it's you, George Watts, Pilot Ryan, of course, for kicking the whole thing off for the whole community. And Wesley Boozer for talking me into being a guest on his show, and because I was a faceless channel, man. RC Air Marshal, what's up, dude? Bam. Mike Bird says there's really great people in this hobby. Love you all. I love you all too, man. Papa RC Air Marshal says Papa Linden's RC. Maybe, yeah. Although I don't even call my dad Papa, and he's old. He's like 75 or something. He's just Dad. That is kind of funny. So Dave, do you have, Mr. RC Air Marshal, do you have any predictions as to what is going down tomorrow? Or do you have any hints in anything? My kid will. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. And I thought today was the day that we were gonna figure out the sex of the baby. But it was just a regular quick checkup today. And next week is when the imaging is. So we'll figure out what it is, and that way we'll know where to pivot and go and all that stuff. So Fred Barron says, no Arrows Bayhawk for me, waiting on something special. No more room. Yeah, dude, I hear ya. Like, I've been bringing out planes. I got this one. Got the other UMX GB. Got this thing. Keep in mind, all these are brand new. I haven't reviewed them yet. And this too. Some of these I've had for a while and just haven't got around to it. But I will be knocking these out as I am able. Okay, that's fair enough, Dave. Yeah. Yeah, and part of the surprise, if you learn out all the details before the actual thing goes down, it's just not as fun when it's actually announced. The excitement isn't at the same level. So that's why the hints are actually pretty darn fun. So I totally get it. Hey, Sean Moore! Sean Moore says, I still haven't flown, but I took the Twin Otter and taxied it around work. Nice, dude. You're going to love how that flies. Yeah, Victor RC Jets, I agree to an extent. But I'm pretty much at my max now. Like, and I've been saying that for a while, and I figure out new ways to Jenga this stuff together. But, man, thank you, Claudio. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think you missed... Sorry, a little dry throat there. Missed last week's string. My big announcement was that there is a UMX GB on the way, and I'm not talking about an RC plane. So, RC Air Marshal says, these are the official hints. So it's a jet, it's a twin, it's been in movies and shot down MiGs in real life and in the movies. Dang. Mike Bird says, I do like a guessing game. Absolutely, man. It's fun. It's like speculating before a fight happens. And, like, okay, two guys are matched up. You compare the resumes and try and figure out who wins. It's hard to predict in a fight. Even if one's slightly better, one could be tougher. Like, it's crazy. Yes, Brian Chambers, absolutely. Don't forget one battery, which is awesome. Because if you've got a twin that requires two batteries, it's just, you just need more packs to fly to get more flights in. Snow Valley Park says Firefox? Keith Christie, I have to disagree with you on that one. I love jets. I love all planes, man. That's why you see all different kinds of planes around me. But there's just something special about flying a jet, especially when it has a realistic sound. Wild Bill, yeah, Don Fry versus Butterbean. Yeah, man, I enjoy fights. I've been a fan since I was 17 when UFC 1 came out on VHS. Like a couple months after that happened, my buddy got it. He's like a big old white Dutch Bruce Lee guy, and ass kicker. And then I started taking martial arts with him, and it was awesome. Let me set this right up here. Looking good there. RC Air Marshal says, and also for tomorrow, you'll be able to fly the new announcement before you buy, starting next week. So Dave, will the actual plane, will that be available for sale tomorrow? RC Air Marshal says, haha, Butterbean, that dude is fun to watch. Man, Butterbean, he hits so hard. So hard. He was an athletic fat guy, and I respect that, man. Nice. Fred Barron is saying hi to all the peeps in here. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, Dave says pre-order, I'm sure. Nice. So what I'm going to do when I sign off tonight, well, I'm going to make some food because I'm getting hungry, but I'm going to get my wallet out of where it's at, and I'm going to put it in a very accessible place tomorrow. Dave, do you know what time it's going to be announced and available for pre-order? That's what I'm wondering. But I'm very curious about being able to fly it too. What that's going to look like with real flight. If there's like a real flight 10 that comes out or whatever that's all about. Very curious. Very, very curious. John O. Edwards just went BAM to Fred Barron. Yeah, that's a good point, Michael Bear. Michael Bear said, saw the photo of your P-47 in flight, Dave. Looked really good. That did look really good. I'm excited, man. RC Air Marshal says it'll probably be up on the website when we wake up tomorrow. Cool. I may need to set my alarm earlier than I already did. Because if it's when you wake up, then I don't want to be late. Because I'm guessing there aren't going to be a ton of stock for that. They should be, but it might be very limited. And I want it right away. So yes, Claudio, there's supposed to be a new plane tomorrow, and it's has one battery. It's a twin EDF, and it's shot down MiGs in real life and in movies. So I'm thinking an F-14. Now, what that all looks like, what size the EDF units are, what size the battery is, if it has swept wings or not, I'm assuming it would. But I don't know. So RC Air Marshal says, oh, this will be a hugely popular model, I think. Very accessible and very cool. May sound like crap. Who knows? JJ Landa says F-15. It could be. Yeah. I'd be cool with an Eagle. I'd be cool with a Tomcat, too. Mickey BRC is in the house. What's up? Bam! Good to see you, brother. Frankie RC Planes. That's a good question. I don't know what the cost is. Unless it's something crazy unreasonable, or if it looks like someone took a dump for the paint scheme, I am going to buy it. That's my plan anyway. So there has to be something that really stands out as a negative if I do not buy it. Yeah, guys are saying, Mickey B says MiG-28 isn't real if you're referring to Top Gun. Yeah, I don't know that much about MiG, so I will defer to your expertise. Snow Valley says, kind of jumping on the sound like crap comment, says, sound like crap? I smell a UMX Twin 50S. But the thing is, this Bayhawk and the Viper, they're 50 millimeter and they sound smooth as silk. So, fingers crossed. So RC Air Marshal says, if my sources are correct, this will have, in my opinion, a very attractive price point. I am pumped. Yeah, guys. Gonna be good. Wow, we're still rocking with 35 people in here. Very cool. We're holding pretty steady. My energy's fading a little bit, so Jono says, school's out, gotta pick up the life suckers. Ah ha ha. Congrats, GB. Thank you, Jono. Have fun, drive safe. Be safe. Bam! Yes, Claudio, this new one that's being announced is from Horizon Hobby. And Jason Merkel from Horizon Hobby was in Pilot Ryan's show this last Saturday and said that basically kind of gave hints, the ones that Dave's repeating here. Yeah, I'm thinking an F4 is a reach too. I'm thinking it's an F14 based on what I'm hearing, but I could be completely wrong. You never know. Nice, Mickey. Yeah, be safe. Country people die on country roads, so be safe, Jono. Brian Chambers, that is an incredible comment, dude. Brian Chambers says 1999, and if it's an F14, that is a hella funny comment, Chambers. Bam! Oh man, Claudio says he saw that Banana Hobby is going to have the MiG-25 Foxbat. I was hoping that Arrows would be doing that one, but maybe not. All right, Michael Bear, thanks for stopping by, dude. Michael Bear says, I got to go pretty quick. Got to get to the Waffle House. Drive safe, my friend. RC Air Marshal says the batteries will cost more than $19.99. Sweet. Snow Valley said, Horizon Hobby had a lot of cool UMX a few years ago, but I think people have outgrown them. I actually think that the chip shortage is the reason why. That's what I think. I think the chip shortage for the UMX planes, especially with the new chips required, because like the older chips, that's why they discontinued a lot of the older ones. I think they're going to bring them back, but I think the shipping crisis has not helped the rollout of some of those new ones. But that's just my take on it. Run for the Hills Mining, what's up, dude? Bam! Good to see ya. Glad you're here, my friend. Oh my God. Mickey, that's awesome. I'm not going to repeat that one. Wow, twin 64mm, Claudio says. What a great time to be in the hobby, guys. You've got nice hand launchers like that. You got nice trainers like this with all the safe and everything else. And you've got a trainer like that with the big foot ready to fly. And you've got the UMX EDF twin 30mm with a really nice light kit. What a great time. What a great time to be in the hobby. Air Marshal, man, that's funny. Brian Chambers says, damn, somebody say a Waffle House? I'll take an All-Star. I have never been to a Waffle House, but I want that. I've been curious about what it's like to eat waffles and chicken. Like, that's what I've heard is on the menu. So, which, I'm hungry, so that sounds really damn good about now. Like that and then some sausage and bacon maybe. Damn, that sounds good. RC Air Marshal says, although I guess I could tape some wings to the banana. Oh my. That's funny. Oh boy, Spencer, what was that in the Zoom last night, or where was that? Where was that going down? Wow, Bill. I used to eat Denny's all the time growing up, and I can't eat Denny's now. It's just like too salted. Not my jam. I used to like the Grand Slam breakfast. That was like the royalty treatment if we got that. Oh, Air Marshal got busted last night. That's funny. Was it a gummy night, Dave? Or what Spencer's talking about kind of night? Spencer Keith says Waffle House rocks. Spencer, when you go into a Waffle House, what do you order? Chambers says that he'll take an all-star. I don't know what an all-star is, but if it's a name like that, it's got to be pretty damn good. Oh, you're working on your guitar in the dining room? So Spencer Keith likes the grits at the Waffle House. Cool. RC Air Marshal says no. Tonight is a gummy night though. Haha. All right, Claudio. Thanks again for all your support. Bam. I hope you like what goes on tomorrow, and and you're able to buy it if you like it. So cool. So we got Mr. Turbo Parker saying, I still think that if it's noted a MiG killer and a twin, it's a double ugly. Due to its record of downing large numbers of Soviet-built MiGs, it was also called the world's leading distributor of MiG parts. I don't know what a double ugly is. I saw you post that on the Warbirds thread on RC groups, but maybe I should just do a quick Google search. Double ugly. Although that probably could show up something. If I'm not on safe search, that could probably be not good. Double ugly. Oh, F4 Phantom. Okay. Could be. Hey, I don't know. I have no inside information. So Spencer Keith says, we shall zoom after GB. Dave is on gummies now. Run for the Hills Mining says, Reese's Cup edible tonight. Cool. Jet Tech Don Adkins, what's up, dude? Bam! Good to see ya. Christy, welcome. She says, I was here earlier, but so much drama. I'm home again. Well, I'm glad you're home, and I'm glad you're back in the chat, man. Okay, nice. My dad loved the F4 Phantoms. He was on 2 different aircraft carriers that had F4 Phantoms in the Navy, and he loved those things. He still, to this day, thinks the F4 Phantom is the best jet ever for Blue Angels, because it just his hearing is, he's got hearing aids now because of being stationed with that squadron of F4 Phantoms. Wild Bill says, I made some can of butter today. Wow, you guys are adventurous. This is as crazy as old GB gets right here. But it's awesome. I'm glad you guys are having fun. We fly RC planes, we have fun. You guys are doing that for fun. And people are going to the Waffle House for fun too. So Flyboy Ryan says, no, Waffle House, Texas bacon, egg, cheese melt sandwich is the best ever. Very cool. Yeah. So Flyboy Ryan says the F4 Phantom is my favorite airplane. Very cool. Christy says she was just at the weed store. And there are a lot of those around here. Dave said, Jesus, the F4 was a terrible demo plane. The Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds dumped that pig as soon as they could. Yeah, my dad just liked the nuts rattling. Like just the sound. And just the resonance in your chest, which I totally get, because I like the jets that make the most noise myself. And the F-35 is a loud son of a bitch, by the way. Flies, it's awesome. Spencer Keith says, you will want pot soon, probably, but I get drug tested at work, so that's a no-go. Red wine is fine, says the nuts. Possibly. Wow, we're getting lots of good advice here. And the problem is they taste too good, Run for the Hills Mining says. Yeah. Speaking of that, I am hungry, guys. Unless you've got any final things to say, guys. I know that Spencer Keith was saying something about doing a Zoom after the show. So if Spencer or Dave wants to drop a link to the Zoom, go ahead and do that. Keep the party rocking. This old cowboy is fading and needs some food. Wait a minute. Oh, so red wine is fine. Says, you, sir, need a white Russian? Yeah, I should probably try one of those. My favorite is I like Long Island iced teas, and I like whiskey sours. Dave says, when I go to the Awful House, I get a bacon Texas patty melt, double plate smothered, covered, and topped, foo. Best believe that, ha. So Joel says, the Double Ugly still holds all sorts of performance world records, supersonic on the deck, supersonic obstacle course on the deck, sustained supersonic turn, time to climb, 100K altitude? The F4 Phantom went to 100K in altitude? That's crazy, man. I need to learn more about the Double Ugly then. Heck, I'm starting to want a Double Ugly release tomorrow. Dang. And it hit nearly Mach 3. Yeah, I knew it was really fast. Really fast. My dad hung out with the pilots and got taken up in, not the Panther, but I think it was called the Cougar. And, of course, the pilots like to make my dad puke. But it was still fun, he said. Flyboy Ryan says the F4 was all around super awesome. Dang, my Waffle House is closed. No labor. Ah, that sucks, dude. And Joel, yeah, says it was a serious hot rod. Yeah, that's why my dad loved them. He watched them for 4 years. In Adak, Alaska, and in Corpus Christi, Texas. Ah, Mickey, that's funny. And you're right, I think. Joel says, and as hot rods go, it needed a good pilot. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Like your dad in those P-47s, man. Guys, if you didn't know Joel, his dad was an actual World War II P-47 pilot. He's got crazy stories. Like in the Warbirds thread, he posts all kinds of info a lot of us didn't know prior about the P-47s. Dave, you would actually really love some of those factoids. Fred Barron, that is awesome. Fred Barron says, I'd love to be taken up by a cougar. Yeah. Wild Bill says, nothing beats a cougar, Mickey B. And on that note, guys, Dave or Spencer, drop a link if you want to the Zoom. RC Air Marshal says, geez, Fred, how old is a cougar at your age? Yeah, Dave is definitely feeling the gummies tonight. That is funny. Mickey says, so you like cougars, eh? Betty White is almost 100. She's so cool. I love Betty. Cheers. Hey, guys, cheers to Betty White. She's a great talent, seems like a great human being, and a hard worker. All right, guys. On that note, we're going to sign off. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Fred Barron. Thank you, Shadow Ops RC. And thank you, everyone else. Be safe. Have fun. Fly some RC. And get up early and figure out what the new release is tomorrow. Yeah, Dave in Kentucky. Absolutely. Here's to Betty White. Red Wine is Fine says Betty White gives gummies. Oh my god, dude. You guys are getting crazy. Mr. Turbo Parker says, well, after decades in the music business, I've seen more than my share of cougars. Cheers to you, too. Night, guys. Yeah, what about the Zoom? Drop the link, Dave, if you can. Age is only as old as you feel or she feels. Oh, my God. I love it. Fred, thanks again, man. All right, guys. Have a good night. And catch y'all on the flip side.